G'day folks, Loki here, back in No Man's Sky. Now today I've got to give a big shout out to Rob. He is the inspiration behind the video today. A couple of weeks ago he reached out and asked me, could you do a weapon review on MultiTool? So here I am, thanks to Rob, and I'm now going to be doing a MultiTool guide and weapon review. Now, if this is the first time that you've visited my channel and you want, more tips, tricks, and, hopefully a few laughs within the gaming realm, please subscribe and, drop a like. Let me know in the comments if you find this helpful or you have any questions or suggestions. But here we go, folks. Strap yourself in. Alright, so let's start off with the basics. Obviously when you start the game you are given a really crappy tool, and you want to improve on that as soon as possible. So you can buy a multi-tool weapon at any space station. You just need to come and see the multi-tool vendor. Ooh, that's a nice rifle. And we're now not locked into RNG of having to search for S-class multi-tools because we have the upgrade station. I just done a video about this. I will pop a link in the description for you. You can also find multi-tools at minor settlements. I've talked about them a lot in other videos. So they're sort of your two main ways of getting a hold of one. Let's take a look at some of the weapons and what they do and figure out which one could be the best for you. Now you guys know how this works, abracadabra, and I shall be right back. The first and most basic type of weapon that is made available to you is the mining beam. You can kill things with the mining beam. I don't really like killing animals, but let's, there you go. It's dead. So, it can do some damage. It's not a bad thing to have. Now, moving up a notch, one of the next ones you can get is bolt caster. And they've changed with the changes that they made to weapons. This now shoots in bursts. So let's pick a victim. Alright, and this one's good. It's piercing, so it's good for breaking down doors when you're trying to get into facilities. So it's a handy one to have. I have it on both my weapons. Now the next one that we'll take a look at is Blaze Javelin. Now Blaze Javelin, it has to be charged up with carbon or condensed carbon to use, and then you have to charge it up before you fire. So on PC, press and hold, left mouse button. It's now ready to go. My personal opinion, this weapon is rubbish. Having to keep it charged, it doesn't use ammo. Having to keep it charged and then having to charge it up to get maximum damage. There's a cooldown between when you can fire it again. I mean, whoever thought that was a good idea for a weapon needs to be slapped in the face of a wet fish. But I digress, and let's continue on. Alright, So the next one we're going to take a look at is, where are you? Pulse Spitter. Now this is another one. I have Bolt Caster and Pulse Spitter on my multi-tools. I use Bolt Caster for sort of accuracy and, you know, penetrating things. And then I use Pulse Spitter. It's like a machine gun drive-by, right? So, I'm sorry, little animal, but... Alright, now it's very effective, but it chews through ammo like it's going out of fashion. But I use it, I like it because it can deliver a lot of damage quickly, and depending on your hand-eye coordination with the mouse, it can be extremely accurate and deal with things very, very quickly, and that's why I like it. Now, the last of the main weapon types that we're going to look at is, when I find it, Scatter Blaster. Now, Scatter Blaster is definitely... It has got the most damage output of all the weapons. I don't like it. I can't tell you why. It's just, I don't particularly like using this weapon. But as you can see, like, it knocks things out pretty quick. And it is by far the most damage that you will get. Now, there's a couple of like secondary type weapons that you can install, so let's have a look at those. Now, the first one is, I gotta find it, it's not there, there we go. Okay, Plasma Launcher. Now this and the next one that I'm going to show you, Geology Cannon, they're both like grenade type weapons. Okay, so on PC with your right mouse you can shoot off. There we go, there's a plasma, shoot one over there and goes boing, and shoot down there. So it's not accurate. You know, people, and if you're doing it uphill, right, like, this is really seriously uphill, people will fire it off, and it just rolls back and blows them up at their feet. I can kill myself easy enough as it is. I don't need to be equipping a weapon to do it for me. Now, the difference between, it and the Geology Cannon is the Geology Cannon will destroy terrain. So if I fire off one over here, and see, it's made a bit of a hole. So I mean, look, this can be a good way of dealing with. I suppose you could use it against the biological horrors when you're fighting them, but again, I don't really feel the need to carry grenade type weapons with me and take up vital slots on my, you know, in my multi-tool inventory. So this is my garden variety S-Class. Now, as you can see, you need, and apart from anything else, like obviously you want to get yourself at least an S-Class, which you can do now no matter what you pick up, because you can upgrade it at the, you know, the multi-tool vendor. But the key is you need to have the, you know, the groups, the families of upgrades all touching. So right now, you know, look, I've got a scanner range of a bit over 1300, and that's because I'm getting, you know, my maximum bonuses here. Let's remove that. I've now dropped down to 1,000. The only thing, my 3 upgrades are still, you know, creating a bonus, but I'm not getting it because they're not connected to my scanner. So I need to reinstall that. There it is. Pop that back in, and yay, everything's gone back to yellow. And you can see I've done the same thing with my mining beam, my bolt caster, my pulse spitter. Okay, now for those of you that enjoy min-maxing, and look, you can with your bought upgrades, you can min-max them, but how the adjacency bonus is calculated is based on hidden modifiers. So never in a Monk to Sundays are you going to figure out like how much extra you're going to get for, you know, putting this stuff together. Just, it works, you get a bonus, you see, like, as long as everything is touching and it's, you know, the same color, you know, you're getting your bonus, and that's really all you need to worry about. Now, the other thing that I want to look at here is, okay, so we can see that I've got a damage output of 3,000, and that is based on my pulse spitter. Your damage output, if you've got more than one weapon equipped, it'll always base your damage potential on the most. And pulse spitter beats bolt caster, so that's where that number comes from. Now, if I go and have a look at my alien weapon tool, let's bring it up. Again, now this is I've shuffled things a little bit neater, but it's exactly the same setup as my, you know, garden variety S-class, but I've got, you know, another 450 damage output. This is because alien weapons, they're just better. You know, they're kind of the equivalent. You know, you can have a fantastic S-class, you know, explorer ship, and you get an exotic and it's just better. So the alien multi-tools are to multi-tools what exotic ships are to ships. Their base stats are better. And of course you can buggerize around with min-maxing to your heart's content. One of the last things that I want to show you is how upgrading weapons and how you can get phenomenal damage output from your multi-tool. So the type of weapon that you have installed in your multi-tool can also impact the potential damage output. Now, I've shown you the comparison between my regular S-class and my alien S-class that both have bolt caster and pulse splitter installed. And, you know, it's not a massive difference, but there is enough of a difference in damage output to support the argument that alien, you know, multi-tools are just fundamentally better. But as I said, like, depending on the weapon that you use, it can be way better. So before I put in bolt caster and pulse spitter, I installed scatter blaster on my multi-tool. Now you can see that with just the weapon and a basic upgrade that comes with it, I'm already looking at over 4,000 damage, which is significantly higher than my bolt caster pulse spitter version. So now I'm going to do is I'm just going to whack in some standard S-class upgrades. making sure that we keep everything touching to get our proximity bonuses. Now there's I have not done any min-maxing with this. This is just, I have grabbed the first 3 upgrades that I could find, and we're now at over 6,000. I have seen scatter blasters installed on an alien weapon that can range between 7,000 to 10,000 damage output. So if you want to do some serious min-maxing, you really can, and squeeze out every last little bit of damage. Alright then, so I think we've pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered. If I haven't, if I have glossed over something and you didn't understand, like, please let me know in the comments. But there you go, you know, S-class weapons, like I said, the S-class multi-tools, you've got no problem finding them. You can upgrade to them. Alien multi-tools are, you know, a little bit of a different story. But, you know, now you've got some information there that you can work with, and I hope that it will help you in your travels through the galaxies. So, thank you very much for watching. Stay slinky, and I'll see you next time.